You're listening to ECR. Happy birthday, everybody. A little mix of, the Looney Tune characters. Nothing wrong about going Looney Tune on ECR. Especially if we have a member of This Divided World in the studio. We're going to put him on the spot. You remember what the question is? Okay.
Where's Christ fit in our lyrics?
Yes. The main message. You hit the nail when you was talking me off the air. What's the message?
Basically, the name This Divided World. I'm catching some echo. The world. This Divided World. Basically, the meaning behind the name is, here we are. You can split this world in as many different ways as you want, but at the end of it, you could say Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, like all these different things. Or you could say, here we are, United States, Mexico, Canada, into countries. I mean, you can, as much as you want, but at the end of it, it's always going to actually come down to two things. And it's either, you're for God or you're against God. And so that was kind of the thought process behind that, just looking at how separated we are. As far as for the lyrics, Mark is the vocalist, he was the writer or whatever. But when he came into this project, I literally already had this entire album written. We went back and we edited and stuff like that. So I actually wrote the lyrics for this entire album, and which was kind of odd for me because I had done that for a long time and then I did away with it. But the original question, where does Christ fit into our lyrics? Even we're one of the bands that explicitly, openly says that we are a Christian band, and we want people to know that. And I don't think it's wrong for bands to not necessarily outright say it. They might be Christians. So let's say that on our Facebook page we didn't put that we were a Christian band, but we are, right? Though that's eventually going to come out in our lyrics anyways. People are going to go, oh man, I noticed that you guys don't really drink, and you don't talk the way other people talk, and there's just something different about you. But lyrically throughout this entire album, it's up and down, it's different things. But the album is called When Darkness Reigns, and it's from a passage in Luke when Jesus, depending on the translations, I think I was reading in NIV, and it's when Jesus is being betrayed by Judas, and he's being taken into Roman captivity, or the Sanhedrin, or I can't remember, whoever it was, and he's just saying, like, this is the time when darkness reigns. Like, here it is, our Savior. These people around him are looking at him and saying, like, okay, this is God in human flesh, and here he is, and he's being taken away. Such a hopeless moment in history. And if Jesus had just been a man, that would have been the end of him, right? He would have just been dead, and this would have been a little blip in history, and time would have gone on. But because of who he really was, there's such hope in that, and here I am sitting here today because of the hope that I have in that. But we're a brutal band. We do metal, we do heavy music, so we want, there's such an ambiance, there's such a reason to have darkness, in our music. This world is dark. You look out your window, well, not here. but it can be a super dark world. And so, if everyone wants to just say, oh, it's all good and happy and praise Jesus and all that stuff, I think that's really, it's more ignorance than anything, because I feel like we're just trying to be honest about that this is a dark world, but we honestly believe there's hope. From song to song, there's totally different subjects, but Christ will always be the center of this band, and if he's not, then I would wish that this was done, and God would cut it off and not allow it to go on, because he should be. He's worthy.
Yes, he is, and I think that was Roman, actually, when you talked about, I think. Yeah. Yes, you have to be Christ-centered, 100%. Either you're for or against. Like in Matthew, God literally commanded us to either serve Him or the world. You can't serve both. I mean, y'all surely faced up, be like, this is cool. This is the way the world should be. I mean, you're Christ-centered. I like that. I mean, that's hard to find, even under oath. I mean, look at Under Oath now. They're a very successful band. Yeah. They have the major equipment going, the pyros, the whole 9 yards. But your band is awesome, man. You're not all about the money. See, the money could be the root of all evil. Yeah. And you're doing it the right way. I know you have a comment.
Well, definitely. I mean, we're trying to. There might be a point in this band where, let's say we started selling T-shirts tomorrow. We would have to sell who even knows how many T-shirts at whatever, even if we were making crazy profit on a T-shirt, to even break even from how much we've put into this band, it would take quite some time. But I'm not opposed to it. Like, let's say, a few years down the road, maybe we get, we were talking about record labels. Let's say we get picked up and, we decided, hey, let's get some touring members and let's go out and play shows and tour and sell merch and put out a second CD and sell it and all that stuff. We're open to that, but that's not the mission. You know what I mean? Honestly, we want, I really am enjoying this stage where the band's at. Right now, where it's like, me and Mark are just friends and we're doing this together, and there's no reason for anybody to question why we're doing what we're doing. I'm literally paying to do this at this point, and so I'd be okay with that at some point if I broke even or even made a little bit off of it. But if I had the choice to sell somebody a T-shirt or tell somebody about Jesus, I would tell somebody about Jesus. You know what I mean? So, I hope that my heart is always that, and I think it will be.
Here in just a few minutes, we're going to take a little break since we're almost out of time live on the air. Yes, we are live on the air, or this is not a recording, and later on we're going to replay this. Yeah. But here in just a little bit, we're going to take some of the calls. Again, the phone number is 281-826-4450, or give us an email at contact@extremechristianradio.com, or get on our Facebook, either This Divided World's Facebook or our Facebook, and ask us a question. We're here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ask for us on ECR.